Hello, I'm Danny, spiritualtherapist.com. How are you on this lovely Sunday? I thought that I would remind some of us about clearing negative energies. You know, a lot of us, unfortunately, here and there and everywhere, might come across the odd negative Nelly, or maybe you're a negative Nelly and you can't stop moaning and complaining. Well, there seems to be a lot to complain about lately, doesn't there? But really, ultimately, we really want to kind of keep ourselves high, and in that high love vibration as much as we can. So here's an ancient tool. It is a smudge stick or a bunch of sage or just a sage stick. Our ancient brothers and sisters have always known about the healing properties and the health benefits of sage. It smells a bit like weed, a little bit like weed, marijuana, Mary Jane, whatever you want to call it. And it's definitely a smell that you get used to. Like now, I absolutely love it. There's so many reasons why I love it and want to remind you about it. First of all, you're lighting it really to clear the energy around you, to clear the air, to clear any negative and frequencies. Like sometimes you might have somebody come over that's just like a moaning Myrtle, and you're like, oh dear God, moaning Myrtle's coming today. Let me remember to smudge when she leaves, or miserable Mike, whatever you want to call it. So you light the sage, but what you want to do is you want to hold a saucer or a shell, so you don't set the house on fire, because that can also happen. So we want to be sensible, of course, about lighting these things. But honestly, all jokes apart, it is such a beautiful thing to have around. There are medicinal properties. It makes you feel good. And I remember years ago reading a story in India where these poor children are like scrabbling around for, scraps to eat on this rubbish dump, this rubbish tip, trash tip, and a garbage tip. And these people came and did an experiment. They took a sample of the air, and then they saged the area, and then they took another sample of the air, and I kid you not, 97% of the area that had been saged 6 weeks later was still reading at a higher cleared vibration and frequency than the other part of the rubbish tip, the garbage tip. So yeah, it's honestly on so many levels, and it's wild and it's free. And like I say, our Indigenous brothers and sisters have used it for years and years and years. And I love the smell. And there are some people that eat it, but obviously be careful, be sensible. But it's something I think that while we're looking at moving out negative energies around us and creating more of a calming environment for all of us, wherever we are, you go into a house, you can feel energy, you're not sure what it is. It's probably because somebody had an argument in there. Energy you cannot kill, you can only transmute or move out. So again, using sage to lighten up the load, make yourself feel better. It's psychologically calming. If somebody comes over and you want their energy out, sage, don't tell them, but you can do your own subtle things. So anyway, I just wanted to remind you about this amazing tool, and I hope that brings you some insight into this lovely Sunday. All right, I'll see you soon. Lots of love.